Hi, my name is Molly Warthan. I am from Newport News, Virginia. I was born and raised in Newport News, Virginia, and I am about to start my sophomore year as a residential student at Liberty. I have just applied into the athletic training program, and I'll find out in the next month if I get in, so crossing my fingers that I'll be an athletic training student starting in the fall. And for my life-changing experience, I'm going to talk about when my parents legally got custody of my 3.5-year-old niece, who will be 5 in January. When I was halfway done with my senior year of high school, my brother's wife decided to join the Navy. She felt like that was her calling in life, and she signed up, and within 6 weeks was in the Navy and starting boot camp in Chicago, which is a bit of a ways away from Virginia. And my niece was 3.5, so my parents got legal custody of her. My brother is also in the Navy. He's stationed in Washington State right now. He's been in since right before my niece was born. So she has lived all over with him and his wife at the time. But when he went on his deployment, that is when she joined the military. So they couldn't, neither one of them could have custody of her. So when my parents got custody of my niece, it had been a really rough time in my life. I'd gone through some hardships and was kind of feeling lost. I was battling with some really hard depression. I battled with it for a long time, but this was the lowest that I've ever felt personally. So it was a really rough time for me. I was going through the struggles of my senior year of high school, battling with peer pressure, and I started hanging out with the wrong crowd and just going along with what they were doing with their lives, which wasn't what I should have been doing. I was doing bad activities, not spending a lot of time with my family, and it was just, I was kind of going through a downward spiral, and my parents told me that they were going to get custody of my niece. So I kind of had to, I don't know if I had to grow up or just get more of a sense of responsibility for my life, accountability. My parents really started to rely on me. They both work full-time jobs, so I was forced to quit the job that I had at the time, which I really liked. It was kind of a saving grace for me. I was with a lot of people who guided me in the right direction when I really needed that guidance, but I learned very quickly that I wasn't meant to be at that job, and my parents needed me more than anything else. My family is everything to me, so I stayed home. I went to school, and then I would come home and watch my niece while my mom worked nights, 12-hour night shifts as a nurse, and my dad worked as a nuclear refueler at the shipyard in Newport News, and he also worked at nights. So he would get home, and I would be going to bed, and I had to take care of my niece. So I got to be a part of an amazing little girl's life, and the lesson that I learned from this was that even when things don't seem like it's the best timing, I honestly didn't think that my sister-in-law going into the military was a great idea, but I learned so much from my niece. Even when things don't happen the way that you think they should, life can surprise you at any moment. The smallest thing or the largest thing can make the biggest impact on your life, and this little girl has led to me loving liberty and loving life and being at an all-time high with myself and meeting amazing people and honestly just loving the Lord more than I ever had. And she has changed my life for the better. And even when I didn't expect that, I got the most amazing gift. So, thank you.